Okay, so yeah, that's a lot of villagers. I am Scavra Persians with Belkir Japanese. Both got their houses down versus Shivo Persians. Oh, but Shivo's going to lose that Ville maybe. That's not good. I'm not sure why Red's left. He could have taken the Ville. Maybe it was a misclick. Persians going for Paladins, which is what you'd expect. And they know that it's Persians versus Japs on either side, so Japs will probably go Halbs. I mean, if I was Persians on yours versus Japs, I'd probably just go hand cannons because Japs can just go full Halbs. Green is going champs though. I'm not sure what that's about, considering he's versus Persians. It's a bad unit in every case. There's no unit Persians would make that Japs can counter, either Paladins, hand cannons, or elephants, you know, whatever. And is not counted by champions. Yeah, purple going Paladins, adding camels. I don't, again, why would you make camels versus an infantry civ? That's slightly counterintuitive because Japs will never make light cabs or cavaliers versus Persians, as Persians can just get Paladins anyway. He's gone full halves. Some archery ranges to add Arbalest, so we're seeing Arbalest and Arbalest from Belkir, and we're seeing camels and Paladins from Shivo. Green's made transition to halves now, realising that Persians is just going full Paladins. Now transitioning to elephants. So he just made the first few stables, get a few halves out, keep Japs at home, give him time to get the castles up for elephants. I'm not really a DM player, I'm just second guessing on what I know about the game. And yeah, Persians adding hand cannons now, realising that we should have had them at the start. And again, that's why Japanese is Arbalest, because he'll use Halb meat shield with Arbalest backup. But on the whole, hand cannons and Paladins is a much stronger combination, because even though Halbs are effective against Paladins, Paladins can take a good beating, and Halbs die to hand cannons much faster than Paladins die to Arbalest, so that's one thing. And we can see they're doubling purple now with Paladins as well from Scavra, because green is not applying any pressure at the moment. He has no siege, so he can't apply pressure anyway versus all these castles. I'd expect the teams to be trading within the next couple of minutes, maybe by minute 10, I'm not sure. I know it's quite fast in DM matches, but Red's walled off where they would trade, so that's not the best thing. Seeing Rams now. I'm surprised it's not trebuchets. You could just get a few villas building castles, because Japanese trebuchets are incredibly strong, very fast, very movable, especially on fast speed. You can do a lot of damage. I've forgotten whether Japanese can get heavy scorpions, because if they can, green should definitely get heavy scorpions versus his elephants, and you can see Persians getting heavy scorpions to counter the infantry. So yeah, purple's in quite a bit of trouble, only one TC, they already have 3 or 4 TCs by now. Green has no eco at all either. Or you see Persians is adding farms, Japanese is taking some stone, getting, and I've heard from DM players just put 2 TCs on the main gold and then loads of builds on it. And, I mean, obviously they still eco, they don't have to worry about resources, they shouldn't have to worry about resources too much now, about, you know, running out of food and wood, but they need to think about it. Green's Krebs are good, denying the castle on the hill from Persia, but again, no scorpions or other siege to counter the elephants, so yeah, can't beat that with just halves. You need some kind of siege or one, the Japanese ones aren't great. I don't know, actually I think the Japanese ones are relatively good. I don't quite remember. I don't use ones that much. And they've called the GG at minute 9. Purple was kind of dead. Oh, this time the next game. Okay, well, let's go back before we miss the game. So Shivo has to rejoin, I guess. And so that's game 1 to... It's not... The scoreboard won't be updated because the 3 DM games count as 1 point in the round robin format. The game sounds. Yeah, I forget that when I stream I have to lower the in-game sound when I'm playing. I need it maximum, but I need it lower for the stream, so I'll change that. I'm sorry if that's been a problem so far. So it looks like Shiva's been replaced with I Love Haters for the second deathmatch game. And again, I'll make the in-game sound lower. They didn't turn slow mode. Yeah, the Voobly official chat's still in slow mode after the spam before, but we need to change that because we haven't got 600 people spamming raffle anymore, so it'd be nice for people if they could speak. I can understand it's probably a bit frustrating. And yes, I'll make the game sound lower, but you won't miss much. It'll be the first 10 seconds of the game when they're all starting to raid and whatnot. I don't know the command to turn it off. I would do it, but I need to Google that. Okay, so 1 minute spec delay. Then I'll make the game sounds lower, and then hopefully it should be fine because my microphone on OBS is, as you can see, it's much higher than the game sounds, but I still need to make the game sounds lower. I'm not sure why it is the way it is. It's just how it works, unfortunately. Sound is one of the biggest issues with streaming. I think getting the picture quality is okay, but when you're messing around with sound, you have TeamSpeak, you have OBS, you have different hardware, different software with your microphone, or different hardware, microphones, different software on your computers. So Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows Vista, who knows what, different sound drivers. Okay, so options, do this. So it was team random, so we have Franks and Mongols. Okay, so we have Scavers, Mongols versus Mongols, so, and Franks versus Franks. So I'd be expecting to see Paladin versus Paladin wars and Mangudai versus Mangudai wars, but Franks could go Halbs as well. You could have Paladins and Halbs versus Paladins and Halbs, or Paladin and Axeman maybe. Sounds like a strong combination. You can see the Turkish team the Kebab being much more aggressive with their initial scouts, trying to pick off vills, which hurts a lot in DM because you need all those early vills to get all your buildings going as fast as you can. And it's actually camels and hussars first because again he's just dropped 2 stables, adding a lot of camels because yellow's gone for hussars. I think he predicted this because it takes a while to get the castles up from Mangadai, so you need to get camels or some kind of defensive unit, except so blue should be fine. Actually, he's sending the camels to Franks because he wants to help out red in the Paladin wars, and only not leaving any at home for himself. Okay, he's noticed the hussars, might lose a vill or 2, but ultimately camels are very strong against hussars, so they shouldn't be too many issues. They can kill the hussars before they can do any real damage to the villagers. Green got a castle up, that's good. He needs probably throwing axemen as well, because even in deathmatch in any game you can't go 1 unit combo. Ultimately it's just asking for disaster. Seeing all these Mangadai now from Scava. Green's being pushed back. I don't know if the camels did that much damage or if it's just that red's playing faster, he's outmassing faster. Mongols adding 30 TC, 2 on the gold, 4th TC, going to get a lot of wood. Again, Franks adding TCs as well, going to get hand cannons. Ah, so it's going to be hand cannons for paladins, which makes sense actually because hand cannons are stronger than throwing axes. I don't know the damage, but I'd imagine hand cannons probably do more damage to paladins than throwing axemen, and hand cannons counter halbs, and they also counter throwing axemen, so it seems like the smarter choice. And again, I think there's much better coordination from the Kebab team, both doubling 1 player, while LKC, I'm not sure if they're using some kind of team speak, but they're not as coordinated. I mean, green has only got 2 TCs, yellow has 2 TCs, adding castles, sorry. You can see walling, whereas you can see the Kebab are thinking much more about their economy. They're actually getting markets early this game, though very risky markets. They should really go from the bottom left corner to the bottom right corner along this line. It's very easy to wall much closer to Mongol's base, in my opinion. I'm not sure. I mean, they'd have to wall all of this to make it safe. Even seeing some halbs from Belkir. Green doing a good job defending, because I think red's trying to play very aggressive, but he's actually ended up wasting quite a lot of units, which has given green the advantage. He's played much more defensively, massed a lot more. So if green gets some siege trebuchets and camps on this hill, he could actually have a good advantage against red. The main problem is that yellow's not performing as he should. Siege Onga is the right choice, especially if you're outmassed. They can kill Mangadai. I mean, obviously they they get 1 shot by a big group, but if they get a good hit off, it pays off, and they move very fast as well. Rams are good, but they're not as useful with Mongols because obviously Mangadai do a lot of damage against siege. So I'm not sure in the Mongol war what you should do. I mean, I guess you probably need siege as Rams. I'd imagine trebuchets are good as well, long range siege. Big fight here, but green does not have enough paladins or hand cannons, and he's trying to snipe the trebs, but ultimately that probably wasn't the right decision, because instead he killed what, 2 trebuchets and he lost 30 paladins, when really he should have focused more on massing them with the hand cannons and get more hand cannons and maybe lose a castle or 2, okay, but push back maybe a bit more slowly, but still push back at all and not waste his army. See, and the trade's all blocked by stables as well, so that's not so great for them, but again, green and yellow don't have any trade. Siege Ongas can't quite do any work because, well, it's good camel defense, I like that, but again, yellow does not have nearly enough Mangadais to defend from this. He'll defend from the siege rams, okay, probably, but he needs more Mangadai. Definitely blue has a lot more. And yellow will actually lose his castle because yellow didn't have enough Mangudai, so blue just ran in, killed all the siege onagers, and that's that. Didn't have to worry about them. Red pushing with halbs. I mean, this is when throwing axemen would be useful because there are no paladins anymore, so throwing axemen and cannon combo would be very good against this, and then maybe switch to paladins after red starts adjusting his unit combination again. Red making castles to protect the trade. I don't think green will even ever know about the trade, so they don't have to worry about that too much. Yellow's got this nice hill, he should really try and protect it. Get some trebuchets on it to kill Iron Scaver's castle. And they need trade now. It's minute 14. That's really late to not have trade in DM because you'll just be out of gold completely by minute 16 or something. You should be around 200 pop by minute 16, 17. Maybe faster, it depends on how strong your opponents are. I think if you're much stronger you probably get 200 pop in 10, 11 minutes, but I'm not really a DM player, so I'm not sure about what timings they should expect. And yellow's doing the right thing, he's got his trebuchets. Nice that Mongols get the plus on range, 17 range trebuchets. Patrolling on the hill just to protect them. Sniping off a treb, or nearly, it doesn't actually matter. Yellow should be fine here, he'll destroy the castle, he's got the hill, the rams won't do that much. But again, yellow used to have siege onagers, which gave him the advantage, but now it's blue that has the siege onagers, and you can see they're doing their work, because it means that blue can be more aggressive, you can push up with the siege onager help, and you can kill all the trebuchets as well. And yeah, patrolling, which usually works, but versus siege onagers he just lost, daggum indeed, just lost all of his army in one shot. Green changing to halbs as well, and adding some throwing axemen in there. I think he's realised, well, he's found red's buildings, he's not sure what he's going to achieve with this versus castles. He needs his own trebuchets or bombard cannons. Frank bombard cannons are quite good in these games. And again, blue's 200 pop now as expected, they've got full trade. It's looking quite bad for LKC. No trades, cornered in the map, they're losing on both sides because of unit combinations, and I think the kebab players, I'm not sure if they're playing faster or not, higher APM. I know that's a big part of DM, you have to be able to make good decisions very, very quickly, which you do in other forms of like RM as well, but it's kind of more imperative in DM probably. In RM you've still got a bit of time to think about what you're doing and process it. In DM you just got to go, you've got to make something, you've got to do it. And it's in fast speed as well, so if you make the wrong decision then you can end up losing quite badly, depending on how well you can recover. Again, these two trebuchets causing blue a lot of hassle, he should just use his own trebuchets to defend himself, maybe send some paladins. But yeah, yellow's pretty much out of it. He's been taking off his main gold, his secondary gold. He's losing his castles to trebuchets and rams. We will be losing them to rams soon. Red landing bombard cannons. Bombard cannons are a good unit choice. And yeah, if you mass enough hand cannons, they definitely beat throwing axemen. And it looks like red's winning this trebuchet war. I'm not sure. Yellow's trying to just defend, but again sending in two siege onagers without much micro or just trying to snipe one isn't going to help. For like, look, blue has 2,000 gold, while Patus has 200 gold and 60 pop compared to 200 pop, so yeah, soon blue will have 4 times the population of yellow. And yellow won't be able to do anything. I mean, he's adding farms and TCs, but he doesn't need that. He's got 4k, 3k. He needs gold badly. He's Mangudai. Can't defend with hussars. Mangudai eat hussars in mass. And blue's realised he's kind of overboomed a bit. He's got too many vills. Doesn't need any farms really. Maybe just 2 or 3 to get food over time, just in case. but he doesn't really need to make cassars at this point, so food is pretty worthless. Just focus on the trade and the wood. Green even adding some skirmishers. Skirms aren't really the best choice. They're very weak against, well, everything, especially with Franks. They don't get bracer, they don't get the +4 armor. I forgot the technology name, the search name. Again, Green's boomed massively into the back of his base, but he's only, no gold, only a bit of food, a lot of wood. Can't really do anything with it. Yeah, no Tango, any gold. I have no gold. Or I don't have my gold, maybe, I'm not sure. My Spanish is shaky at best. It was a nice shot from Yellow's siege on but in vain. They've pulled the GG, which is to be expected. They've got really pushed on both sides. They lost total map control. So this has been the second DM game, so I think that's 1 point because